Sure, with Mark and Diane from Real Estate News and Views. And Mark, we have an interesting topic today.
Yeah, it's going to be a good topic. And, we've seen it multiple times in our career is when we see people buying the right property in the wrong area.
Yeah,
We've seen that time and time again. Um, in our video today, we're going to go through some good things. We'll go through some areas and neighborhoods and go through some school zones, go through some crime rate, look at income levels. So lots of valuable tools that will help buyers make better decisions because from what I see a lot of times is we know our community is filled with North York people buying into our area and community, and they don't know the areas like say we would know, and they're making some of them are making, excuse me, bad decisions on that, right? They're making bad decisions.
oh, they are. And what we're going to kind of cover is like, what do you look for in a neighborhood? Like, what should you even be looking at? Bef you know,
For
you
sure.
just don't, I have people that will street view or just drive down the street and say, "Oh, this looks like a good neighborhood."
Right. Without digging in and peeling back the onion. Or we see the opposite where, oh my God, we love the house. Look how nice and decorated it is. Meanwhile, the neighborhood's not going to support, that beautiful house. And you think you get a beautiful area. It's right or wrong. So I'm seeing a lot of that happening, and I think this video will help a lot of buyers think it through properly instead of jump, 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 jump.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And right now, people are taking their time. You have the time to look, to look.
well, it is. And you think about that for a second. You have the time, but there's a lot of listings to go through there's a lot of inventory in the market. So you're good, you know what I mean? To go through find the right one and narrow it down, you could be a long time doing that.
You're
And
almost better off picking a neighborhood.
100%. Pick the neighborhood first, not the house,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Where most people it gets in reverse. Let's
Yes.
pick the house and the neighborhood secondary, and that's a bad decision.
Yes.
Right. And as you know, I'm looking, to move in a couple of years out to Canmore. So I'm always on Realtor and I'm asking, I have realtors out there that I'm working with. I like this house, but tell me a little bit about the area. It's not too good. Meanwhile, the house was a 10 out of 10. Moved on right away
Yeah.
because it's important to me. So when we don't see sometimes we don't get those questions, right? We don't get those questions all the time for people.
I don't get them a lot. I mean, I think that it's a little bit different with us because we're in the business that
Yes.
we'll ask that question, but it's very rare. Like the one I just purchased with a client in Innisfil or helped buy, I told them my sister actually lived one street over for like 20 years and I know the neighborhood's great. And I told them this is a great neighborhood. Like
Right.
compared to other ones we had seen,
Right.
it was a way better neighborhood. They
Right.
didn't ask me that, but I
Right.
told them.
Right. And they should ask that question.
Well, they should.
Every buyer today should be asking that question.
Yes.
They should be leaning more on realtors today for advice like that. And
Well,
it's
especially way the market goes up and down, Mark. Like you don't want to make a mistake.
you don't want to make a mistake, right? We've seen that time and time again. And again, a lot of people get fooled by how pretty the house is, how shiny that penny is, and they just get asphyxiated on that and they make big decisions based on that. And then they move in, they go, "Oh my God, look at the school zone that we're in." So anyway, I'll stop bluffing.
I'm gonna share the first thing we're gonna do is kind of look at some areas. So if
Yeah.
you want to give us a shout out, I'll do that now.
So you like this information, definitely subscribe to our channel for more information on the Barrie Real Estate market in Simcoe County. And we have two links at the top of our description, one for buyers and one for sellers. Give them a click. And don't forget to follow. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, so what are you going to do? What areas?
Well, we're gonna look at some different areas in Barrie here.
All right.
So for people that don't know, okay, this ends up being Innisfil down here. So Barrie is this red borderline here, right?
Yeah.
This is considered the north end. This is basically over here is the south end, but there is little areas in between like Painswick, Hawley. A lot of people think Hawley's a really great area. I
I
Not a
don't.
huge.
I don't love it.
I don't love it either.
Some streets I like in that area, don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite area in the community to live in. Not even.
The houses are very, very tight.
Yep.
There's a lot of schools in there
Yep.
and a lot of road, everybody's parked on the roads and stuff.
And to me, that area is really not diversified. There's a lot of homes at 6 to 700,000 as an example, right? There's not a lot of mixture of where we're seeing higher price homes, only on a few streets in that neighborhood, in that area. And that's one of the biggest geographical areas in the community today.
Yeah. There's Bloom, and Bloom is in the Ardagh area.
Mhm.
And the Ardagh area over here is pretty good. So I'm gonna just check, I'm gonna grab one on Bloom because I want to kind of show people. I don't know where it went. I want to show people and give them the tools kind of that they can look for on their own, you know what I mean?
Right. It's important.
It's
Okay.
important. So if you go, where did Bloom go, Mark?
No, you can you're in the right area, but
I know. It was right there 3 times. There it
there,
is. Okay, so if you hit a listing, you can get all kinds of information about the neighborhood, the statistics in the neighborhood. So the neighborhood, if you hit that, it will actually tell you like if you need like the driving score, the walking score, the stores around it. It also gives you um for education. So they're like schools, it tells you what schools, childcare centers, you can hit primary schools, high schools, the amenities in the area. If you can actually walk to stuff, you can't really walk to stuff there, Mark.
no, you can't. It's I like the location in a sense from a driving standpoint where it's close to amenities, close to Highway 400, great for commuters, great for shopping, great to movie theaters, great for restaurants in that area. But you're not just going to be in a community where, oh, we can walk 5 minutes and we have a great restaurant for lunch or dinner, or we have a great couple nice coffee shops or bistros.
That's not happening.
It's not happening. And it's not happening in a lot of neighborhoods.
Well, and I find some of the Toronto people that are moving here, the wife, they only have one car.
Mhm.
I've had that with a few people. And because in Toronto, you don't really need a car. So they have one car. But I mean, if you think that your wife is going to walk to the grocery store or you know what I mean, it's really not happening.
No.
You can use public transit, but it's a mess.
Yep.
So it also gives the vibrancy, look at vibrancy nightlife 1.3, like not a lot's going on there, right?
No. No. No.
You know
It
another
really
thing, so
too much.
it does show the nature, so all of the parks, the walking score on that.
Yes. It's high
And
because everything in that neighborhood, there's lots of walking trails in there, lots of nature.
yes, yes. So if you're into like parks, dog walking, that's great. You can also hit this little button here, Mark, and calculate your commute to work,
Yep.
which is
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it's
So
a great thing.
well, yeah, it's pretty cool. And every listing has this.
No one's using it.
No one's using it. So it shows your average income. If you go under statistics, you look at the demographics, your average income, individual and family.
So let's talk about that for a sec before we go on. So that area over there on Bloom, it's off of Cummings Drive. It's a very nice community, right?
Well, look at the individual income is 70, the family is 100 or 181,000.
Correct. So buyers should be zoning in and looking at that income, especially, you know what I mean? Like if someone's making that kind of money, they typically want to be in nice areas.
And
Typically,
normally they have the money to take care of their houses and
correct.
maintain it
Correct.
and all that kind of stuff.
Right. And I'm not saying no disrespect to lower income levels and stuff like that, but it's this video is about how to get the best area in a sense. So if we had a buyer in 860 or nine with that price and above, those are the areas that we're going to show them. We're not going to show them areas, say, in other parts of the community that maybe they can get more bang for their buck. We're going to bring them to neighborhoods that, hey, this is the reason why we're bringing you to this neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to one in another neighborhood too. So it also shows the population and the age. Very small amount of actual younger people. It's mostly older people.
So kids, so if someone has kids, they're thinking, oh, our kids are say from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9 there. Not that much.
No,
You got nice parks there and stuff like that. But if you're looking for a kid-friendly neighborhood, that area may not be for you.
exactly. Exactly. Housing, single detached, look at 73%, semi 1.1, duplex 3.8, row houses only 20%. So it shows you a breakdown of what kind of housing's in the neighborhood, and owners are 88.9%. There's only 11% renters.
Yep. Yep. Okay, good.
That's huge. This is single family home. Shows you the percentage of the household composition if it's multi-person, single family. Highest level of education.
Yep.
This is your commute. Public, like public transit, foot percent. So 95% of people have a car
Yep.
because you have to have one.
You too.
And this is the language. So basically English is 88%. Then
Yep.
there's just a breakdown of.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's good. It's great
So
information.
now, well, and it's not even I really want to show the listing here.
No, we don't. We don't need to.
No, what I want to show is, well, so let's go to, I'm gonna try to do one.
Did you want to go through, or maybe we'll go on through the end on the crime maps and stuff like that? And
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of just show somebody can well actually what I should do, because Kensington Trail South End is usually a little bit more money than the North End, which you know, Mark.
right. So areas will dictate price points,
They will. So we're
right?
going to go to one on Browning Trail now, and we're going to just look at the demographics and the neighborhood there
Okay.
and
Same kind of
see.
square footage of the house too, so we can see the differential in price points automatically. Seven
Yeah,
with the other one's 869.
yes. So the schools are rated good. Transport, it's basically the same thing. I think the statistics is what we need to see. So your average income there, the individual's 50,000, a family is 121.
Big difference.
Yes. The population, well, we're seeing a lot more younger people.
Younger families in that area.
There is.
And we look at that too, is it's a more of an affordable area.
Yeah, and it's probably more of a first time buyer area too. So you're going to have younger families before they move up.
Correct.
Single detached home is 75%. Owners are 82%. Renters are 17. So that's still good.
Hmm. Hmm.
Still a lot of owners, right?
Yeah,
And
there
still
is.
mostly single detached homes, honestly.
Yep. Yep.
Household 75% single family. Shows the average education levels,
Mhm.
which was lower than the other ones. And there's your commute. Again, no, not 94.7% have a car. Now, the next thing I want to do, Mark, is I want to try in the north now.
All right.
Okay. 75 Corbett Drive. We'll go right to the
Yeah,
statistics.
I mean, it's the same thing. They know, the viewers know how to navigate that now.
Yes. So the individuals, 45. Family is 111. Your population, same basically as the Letitia area where it was more younger,
Yep. Yep. Look
but
at
we're down to 61% single detached.
Yep.
We're a lot of row houses, and we're down to 63% owners, 36.9% renters.
Yeah. Yep. We know why, right? We got the college up there, right?
And yeah, the college and the hospital and stuff's up there.
Yep.
So, but the price is actually lower as well.
100%. 100%.
So you're not looking at necessarily, and this house actually shows well. It's
Hmm.
very cute, but you're not looking necessarily at the house. We're looking at the neighborhood as a whole.
Right. And that's the whole topic, right? Is the buying that right neighborhood. And some people may need to start off there. We've all starting off, right? We've
Yes.
all had to, live in condos or apartments and then trade up to a townhome. And we've all had to go through that progression, right?
Yeah,
But
you're not going to start off in
no,
an eight or $900,000 or $1 million house in Innisfil. Like it's not happening.
not. It's not. I think this video is really good for that viewer that, say maybe even might have $1 million or have 900K. What are the best areas? Or maybe I have 700K. What are the best areas for 700K? What are the best areas for 600K? It's not hard to distinguish. We went through the same kind of houses on there back to back in square footage, and we've seen a big, disparity of price points.
And we
And
also saw that in the Letitia area, where the price was the same as in the North area,
very similar. Yes.
but more detached home, less renters.
Yes.
So was bad.
No, it wasn't.
One thing I'd like to try too, Mark?
Well,
The Newton area.
sure.
I've never looked in there. So that's the old East End, people. And the old East End, there's some very desirable streets there.
Yeah, there is.
So let's see on Steel Street. And there's some $1 million houses there.
Yeah, there's a few streets that are great up there, right? Older demographic that tend to live in that area, right?
But look, so the income 40,000, family 86,000.
Mhm.
Population, well, we got a decent amount of younger.
Mhm.
This one's really broken down, actually. It's spread out pretty easy. Single detached is only 65%. No, 64%. Duplexes, row houses, there's apartments. Owners are only 65%, renters 34%.
Yeah, there's older area, older homes, right?
Yeah, yes, but there is a lot of apartment buildings in there too,
There is. There is.
on certain streets, right?
There
So
is.
if you want to look at crime in certain areas,
This is really important because I think every buyer today should be going to the Barrie Police Services website and
yes.
looking at stuff. It's so important. So
So
walk.
you just go to the Barrie Police Services,
Yeah,
and then you do a search for your crime map. And this thing is like interactive.
yeah, it's great.
It is. I think this is the one, right?
It is. It is. Community Safety Data Portal. Yep.
And you have to
I think.
agree.
Yep.
And then you get a map of the areas. Now you can only go so far back.
Mhm. So you hit crime map up there. Isn't there
Yeah,
crime?
there it is. So this shows you all the crime, and if you hit it, it shows you the last 60 days, the categories, and you can pick the categories
Yeah.
and you can select the ward. So right now I want just Ward 1.
Yeah.
Now I want Ward 5. Hold on, I gotta get rid of Ward 1. So now this is only Ward 5.
So that's Letitia's. So that's one that we covered off.
So 8 assaults, 5 bail violations, 1 breach of probation, 2 break and enters, 13 fraud, motor vehicle theft, only one like one shoplifting. But now what if we try, Mark? Where's Ward? 43 assaults.
in Ward 2 for 60 days.
Yep.
So
87 bail violations, 64 breach of probations.
a big jump, and you because you also got a more of a downtown core setting too, right?
Yeah,
Up
the downtown core is
Park.
not great. So where's I don't know all the wards off by heart.
Ward 7 would be Bloom area. I think it's
Okay, so Ward 3 is Livingstone Heights, Osprey Ridge. We have 11 assaults.
yeah,
Cundall's East. That's up in the north end.
right. It's a great tool, Diane, for someone to really zone in on certain things in their neighborhood, what's going on. And
Yeah, it is. That's what I mean. And so we have 8 assaults in the Ward 7.
right.
And anybody can go here and you can actually I think you can actually choose what you want to see here. They've changed this a little bit, eh?
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too.
Because you used to be able to actually just pick your crime type instead of have all of them.
Yep. Buy the neighborhood first, buy the house second.
Yeah. But this portal is open to everybody.
See it all.
See it all. So the next thing I wanted to show was the Fraser Institute for the schools.
Right. And that's a hot topic these days,
Yeah.
right? We want our kids going to the right school. And there's a lot of people out there that have really spent time looking at researching that topic first. We want to move to this area because they have the best highest school rating in the community.
Yeah.
That's that's our parameter.
Well, and I think you have to search like Ontario.
What website are you on? Fraser?
Well, it's coming up on under Alberta. I don't know
Oh,
why.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. Like they're talking about, oh, here's the secondary schools. The new rankings for Ontario schools.
Okay. How do they get the rankings? How would someone want
So
to see it?
visit our interactive school ranking website.
Okay.
So here's elementary, and this is elementary schools in Ontario.
Okay. How do we get down to
So
Barrie?
search, we put in Barrie. There we go.
Okay. And there's a school.
And then it just shows you, well, you can just hit the Codrington, Maple Grove, St. Monica, Steel Street. Steel Street used to be one of the highest, actually.
Look how low it is.
Oh, it was low. It was low. Terry Fox, Sister Catherine Donnelly. Like you can just go and hit on these little buttons, and then it's going to give you the school, the ranking
Within that neighborhood. The schools.
within that neighborhood. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Thea School went up. Used to be lower. Um, yeah, West Bayfield. See, a lot of these are kind of low.
Mhm.
So let's try the South End.
Well, you see Algonquin Ridge up there on your right hand side, 6.1 Southeast Barrie. Go back to that one you just had. Right. Yep. Ah,
Hyde Park, 6.6. That's in my neighborhood in St. Gabriel.
yeah. And that's a really good neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a good neighborhood. Schools are good here.
Yep.
Um, Willow Landing. They're most like I want to see in the Painswick area. Allendale Heights, a Sickenack 4.8, St. John 6.4. So this gives you a good Ardagh Bluff 7.8.
Yeah, it's a high ranking school.
St. Catherine of Siena 7.9.
I know.
St.
And
Bernadette, St. Nicholas. Yeah, so these things all you can use all these tools together.
you have to use them all together, Dad. I think it's so important for people to use all those tools before making decisions.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Because as a buyer, it's not going to be your forever home. You are going to come a time when to sell it. And we're seeing with more and more people, and not everybody, but we are seeing more people investigate areas based, say, on school zone. Or I
Yes.
want to be really close because I'm a commuter. My commute's an hour and a half. I want to be close to 400. Well, we know the areas that might work for them, but we also know the areas geographically within that side of the community that may not work for them.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
neighborhood quality. Like I don't
and
love.
now, and now they can go to realtor.ca before they even come. They can go to realtor.ca, look around the 400 neighborhoods, check out the demographics in those neighborhoods, check out the crime rates in those neighborhoods, and check out the schools in those neighborhoods. You can do all that checking before
Before.
you even drive here
That's right.
and figure out what area you want to, focus on. So at
Yep.
least you kind of have a focus.
Yep. I saw a post on Facebook today on one of the community platforms where I think the gentleman was a new immigrant to the country, looking to move to Barrie. I'm looking at the south. You look in the Painswick area. Can anybody tell me about the schools? Can anybody tell me about amenities, home prices? So he zoned in on one area, probably based on commuting, right? But he had some questions. If you watch this video, you really get a better understanding of there's other areas in South Painswick that may be better, other streets, or maybe over, off of, his area, depending, it didn't say a purchase price amount, but he could find something within, his purchase price and
Well,
have,
you know what I find though, Mark? I find that people are looking in that area and then they go on these neighborhood sites or they see a house in that neighborhood and then they go on the neighborhood site and ask the question.
right. And I think those neighborhood sites are great.
Hold on.
Very concerned
They are.
citizens. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. A lot of these neighborhoods have a lot of their own community-based stuff. They're great information. Very concerned citizens. It has 60,000 members. It's more of a generic thing what's going on in Barrie that I see, right? But we have
Yes.
other ones, South Painswick, Innisfil, your area. They had their own. They break it up by
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I had one at Pringle when I lived over on the west side.
Yeah,
It was Pringle Park.
yeah.
And this one here is Prince William Way. But yeah, we each all have our neighborhood things. But my thing is with that, I find when people ask those questions, if I think they get misled sometimes because if I live in Painswick and I really like Painswick, I'm going to tell you it's great.
Yeah, and I think people have to do their own due diligence, right? They just can't just rely on someone's own opinion, right? I think they have to do some research themselves instead of just relying on people's opinions.
Yes, because I think if you live in that neighborhood in general, you like it. And the people that are going to answer you are probably those people.
Correct. 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 Where they should still explore, right? We gave them a whole set of tools where that individual now could go, or family member, whatever, can go there and go through that before you then zone in, find the location, find the important things to you, then go house hunting based on your affordability range.
Exactly.
Like, that's the way to break it down. Not
Yes.
in not in reverse where they just look at the price point and they're all over the maps. They go, "Oh my God, our neighbor's a disaster. Oh my God, I can't believe I went to the school today." Whatever. We can tell by some of those results are poor, right? We can
Well,
see
and I
some of
had
those
a
schools.
client that was a teacher at one of the schools. I won't say which one. And she said like kids showed up with no lunches, no coats. Um, like it was sad.
Yeah, right. And that has to do with looking at a neighborhood by dissecting it, renting, income levels, crime. It all plays a part of this.
It does.
Take the time and go through it.
It doesn't mean that they're not decent neighborhoods, some of them. Like,
Oh, no, no.
but it depends on what you can afford
Right.
and what's most important. Would you rather have a townhouse in a nice neighborhood
Yeah.
or a fully detached in a, well, it's like when you drive through the neighborhood and all the houses are basically the same and they're all smaller houses, like Newton's like that. They're all like little wartime houses. You don't have $1 million houses mixed in there.
No, you don't. You don't.
No.
You don't.
So and it's not that they're terrible people living there. It's a nice street. But you know what I mean? You're not, it depends where your sights are set and what your price range is.
Right. And most people will sacrifice neighborhood for house.
Yes.
Where I'm different. I'd rather have a smaller home, but in the area that is really important to me. No matter where I move to, area is very important to me. I live here in an area now. I like my neighborhood, but there's certain things I don't like about it.
No, I know.
But they outweigh what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
So I suck it up. I knew what I was getting into, but I
Yeah.
got to.
Yeah.
So take your time, go through the tools that we've shown you, have questions, reach out. We'd be happy to answer some of your questions.
Perfect.
Let's wrap it up. Okay, see you.
Yeah.